this is going to be the start of what I'm calling World of Tanks Week. This is going to be day 1, and as you can see, our first battle is going to be in the Batchat 12 ton tier 8 French light. So today I'm going to be seeing if I can work my way up the tech tree on the French light tanks, as well as the British medium tanks, all leading to the Centurion action. So I want that my primary objective is to try to get the Centurion action by maybe probably in a couple of months, I would say. As you can see there with the AMX 50B, the lineup in this battle isn't great for this tank. It's a tier 10 battle with and the enemy has quite a few TDs, although most of them are a lower tier. Now in the Batchat you have to play very wisely, as it does not have many hit points and has absolutely or barely any armour at all. It's practically impossible to bounce any shells with this tank, and if you do, you're only going to get about 1 bounce per battle. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be working towards those 2 tier 10s, one of them being light, and we'll see where we go. So yeah, this is the start of World of Tanks Week. I'm going to be live streaming every day at 6 o'clock British time. At 6 o'clock British time. And this is day 1 of 7 days. So if you guys like this, then hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos. So that is yeah, so from now for the rest of this week I'm going to be playing every day 6 o'clock. We're now playing in the Centurion 7/1, which is probably one of my favourite tanks that I have. It's a tier 9 medium, and it's more like a buffed Centurion with better armour, better gun, and things like that. So yeah, it's a tier 9 Centurion, like how the E75 is basically a tier 9 Tiger 2. This is a perfect, unlike the last battle which we were doing in the AMX, this is a lot better lineup and a lot better matchmaking for this type of tank, with the highest tier, and it's going down to tier 7. So it should be a good game, hopefully. So we've got quite a few we've got 2 light tanks on our team and 3 on the enemy team. However, they seem to be doing quite well, which we need to try to prevent, because in battles, light tanks are one of the most important roles and one of the most important duties that you can have. Without light tanks, TDs and bombers and tanks like those with great damage per minute and an amazing alpha, they just wouldn't work in a situation without any light tanks. On our team, we have a tier 9 light tank as well as which is the same as the enemy team, and a tier 8 Falcon T92 premium. We spotted an SDRV. I want to see if I can. Oh, just missed there. The accuracy on these British guns with the Centurions are usually quite good. So instead of having a high alpha like some tanks, this one has a medium rate of fire, not a very fast one like an LT-432 or things like that. It has a medium rate of fire, but still quite quick, as you can see. So yeah, the reload is not too long, but yeah, 9.66 seconds there, and with a good damage around 420, as you saw in that shot right there. I'm going to see if I can flank, or was going to say flank the Jed Tiger, but the Paladin. This is not good. Oh, that was bad. But at least we hit it. As you can see, the accuracy there was very good with Centurion's gun. Yeah. Actually, while I am here, I'm going to check the accuracy of the Centurion, as well as this tier 9 version of it. Okay. So the Centurion Mark 9, which is the fully upgraded version, has an accuracy of 0.32. It's actually not as good as I expected it to be, but let's check the Centurion. An accuracy of 0.33. So yeah, they're okay, I guess, but I feel like they do hit a lot of their shots, so yeah. So going to the battle with another Centurion. This time the Centurion Mark, the Centurion Mark 1. And let's see how the battle plays out. Yeah, like I said in my previous video, I haven't been playing very much recently. But I want to try to get back into World of Tanks, as it is an amazing game. This lineup is very good as well for tanks like this. Although we're not the highest tier, it's nearly entirely made up of tier 8s and a few tier 9s. We have 3 tier 9s and they only have 2. But admitting that one of our tier 9s is an artillery, that might not have a major difference. So a game like this, where everything is based, nearly all the tanks are the same tier, you don't get very oftenly, but when you do, it's a good chance to show off how good you are against equally tiered opponents, to see how you would stand against a battle of entirely, in this case, nearly entirely tier 8s. Of course, there will be some like tier 9s and things like that, but it's pretty good in this case. Oh, and I only hit the track there. That was unlucky. But yeah, I guess that's where you really tell where the accuracy lacks behind. Or when we have an have an IKV on the enemy team, and an AMX 5100 seems to be flanking us. Oh, that was a bad decision there. But if I can destroy this AMX 5100, this could work quite well. Oh no. The Jet Tiger missed. Okay, now the Jet Tiger's been destroyed. This AMX is on low hit points, but if this Bulldog hits it and then I hit it, it should be destroyed. Or not. Okay. Oh, they have a U. So they have some Swedish medium. They have a Swedish medium as well. Bouncing both of those shells, that was quite lucky. But on these types of tanks, the turrets are quite sturdy. The upper glass display and the lower aren't as sturdy as the turret. In fact, they're quite weak for their tier and for their type. But if you get in a hold down position like this, where you only show your turret, which is the strongest part about this tank, then it can be quite useful. And as you can see, the IKV on the enemy team, with its good accuracy, can snipe across the ridgeline in its I think it's the siege mode where it goes hold down, but I'm not actually sure. I should probably know that. But yeah, this is the kind of situation where this tank would excel. However, this T-44 seems to be pushing me back, which is slightly annoying. But yeah, so we have a clear view of a lot of the enemies, and you can just snipe, I guess. Now this battle has turned into a 11v3, so hopefully we win. I'd probably say, yeah, we need to destroy the Jad Panther 2 first. I'm going to go for the artillery or the SPGs myself, because we won't we have one of the French artillery, which you don't usually see. Now, and we're finishing the last guy, the last tank. Okay, so that was a good battle there. The enemy did take some of our hit points, but it was okay, and at least it worked. We got some good experience, but unfortunately this wasn't in the Centurion 7, so we have to convert it, which right now I can't, seeing as I have no gold. So far the battle's been okay. I'm going to have a go in probably the bat chat now, and I keep on referring it to the bat chat, even though the bat chat is actually the bat chat 25T, or it's more commonly referred as the bat chat 25T. Although I have the opportunity to get from the bat chat 12 to go to the actual bat chat. However, I just don't want to, or I don't think it's good, because as soon as you get it, you start off, it's a tier 10 and you start off with a tier 7 gun, which just really isn't good. And it does go up to a tier 8, which is a bit better, and then finally up to a tier 10 gun. But then, as you can see, the mobility actually decreases with these two guns, and they're quite expensive each. So if we look at the original statistics of the gun, which right now is quite short and stabby, it's a 90mm F3, 24-second reload time, 267 average damage, and if I'm correct, if I go into the AMX 1375 and see its fully upgraded version, which is the AMX. Oh, it only has a tier 6 gun. I'm going to then now check this one. I'm not actually sure where it just come from, that gun. Maybe the AMX 4? Apparently not. Anyway, it's just the gun on the bat chat just isn't good enough, doesn't get the cut, so that's why I don't want to go for the bat chat. I'll have a go on the I'm actually going to have a go on the AMX 1375. Now this is a tank that I really enjoy playing. Again, just like the bat chat, 12 ton, and most French vehicles, it has no armour, but it's very effective in battle. It has a 3-shot clip, and it can do some real damage to the enemy, which is quite good. Yeah, we'll see how this battle goes. And 4 clip. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been playing very much, so my facts are a bit dodgy and off. Anyway, tier 9 matchup, which isn't great. However, this tank isn't really meant for face-to-face aggression, front line, things like that. It's more meant for, I like to go, in these kind of battles, I usually go straight in and try to destroy the artillery, which in this case there was only one of, and it's a tier 9, immediately, because, like I said, in this case, as it's a tier 9, many people kind of forget the roles of a bomber, even though they can be incredibly useful. I'm not actually going to go up here because I feel like I'm going to get destroyed unless this Foch pushes me up there, which I hope he doesn't. There's a WZ131. I might be able, as it's a tier 7, I might be able to face it. However, I'm reasonably sure that my friendlies will just, or not. I thought that my friendlies might finish him off, but so this is where the clip is really good. However, we do have a tier 9 light tank coming up behind us. I'm going to try to outmaneuver it, which doesn't seem to be possible, but oh, that was close. Well, thank you, I guess. I'm going to fall back now. I have no hit points. Any tank in this entire lobby could one-shot me with any of their shells. Maybe not the HE, but yeah, so this is not what I wanted to happen. And unfortunately the Vanguard is protecting the base, so I'm not able to, I need to know where the Vanguard is. But he's disappeared off my map. And then we do know where I am, which is exactly what I don't want to happen. But yeah, these AMX tanks can really gain some proper speed. We were going about 60 kilometers per hour down there, which is good for a light tank. Of course there are some, tanks which can go faster, so the tier 10 German light and things like that. But otherwise than that, this is yeah, quite a fast. Now, am I going to be able to maneuver my way through? That Shakshuka has just moved down from that position and been destroyed, which is good. Now the question is, I was going to say that the question is, can I climb up that hill? But I think the real one is, will I survive? And the answer to that question is no. Okay, that was not good. I was unlucky there. I think if I had got one of those shots off on the tier 9 light, I could have destroyed it possibly and gotten a lot more XP than I will have. However, still a good battle. Yeah, not one of the best though. I'll have a go in some other ones, so maybe AMX 12T or AMX. I'll have a go in a low tier battle, tier 5. It should be quite fun. The AMX tech tree, so the French tech tree, is quite strange. It's very different to other tanks. Now, like the heavies are very different to other heavies, as in you can't really compare an AMX 50B to a mouse or to a T1 10E5 or to, I'm not sure, a like Type 5 heavy. You can't compare them, they're not the same. They kind of play like medium tanks. Now there are some exceptions to this, so the AMX, so the M445, I think it is, the tier 10, which is more like a tier 110E5, so a powerful, quite fast, with decent armour, heavy. So it kind of plays, for the AMX 50B, it definitely doesn't play like a heavy. It can be taken to the front line, and it can bounce some shells in certain parts of its armour, but otherwise it's more played like a medium tank, or possibly even in some situations a light tank. However, I'd probably say, yeah, not much of a light tank. And they're very common. That a lot of them do have auto loaders. Again, there is exceptions. So the AMX M445, and the predecessors of it, which is the tier 9 and the tier 8 versions, again, don't have auto loaders. However, yeah, the auto loading ones have to be played very differently. Like the like any tank would have to be played differently if it was. You kind of have to play it as if it was a different type of tank entirely. So, like you have to play it like a medium tank or a light tank, like I was explaining. It's not a heavy. You don't play it like a heavy talking about heavies, this T1 heavy is kind of being a bit menacing. While we shut him down. So back on to the French guns with their autoloaders. The AMX ELC BIS is the last French light tank which, fully upgraded, has a non-auto loading gun. So this one is quite a powerful one for tier 5. You probably expect it on a tier 6 or heavy, or maybe even a tier 5 tank destroyer or things like that, but it's not. It's just placed on the AMX ELC. Now I'm reasonably sure this is the only tank that the only light tank in the game that doesn't have a fully traversing turret, but like I said, my facts are a bit bad seeing as I haven't been playing much lately. I'm going to target this T-37. Oh, that was a shame. And left on 4 HP, just then to be destroyed by a thunderbolt. That was not a good game there. However, things like that, games like those, you have to deal with. They will pop up occasionally, and you just have to go through it. Me myself, I'm not great. Like I said, I'm not great at this game. I have had a lot of battles, but only a 47% win ratio, which I'm not very proud of. And only 26% have survived. So yeah, I'm trying to improve that and see how high I can get. So this has been day 1 of 7 days of the World of Tanks week. I hope you liked this video. Comment down below what your favourite battle was, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.